It didn't take me long to start this new lifestyle. Almost immediately after moving into town, I started hitting the trails and trying to meet the locals. At night, I would grab a bite to eat in town, and I learned quickly that everyone in the area was unexpectedly pleasant. Everyone except one. I'm referring to a man named Hector. I should say that Hector wasn't mean or rude. He was just strange, like on another planet strange. The first time I met Hector, I was just arriving at work a little after 5 in the morning, and he ran up to my car window as I was getting out of the car. Where I'm from, if someone does this, you punch them in the face before they can hit you, but not here. I put my hands up in a defensive position and started yelling at him. He screamed in my face and skipped away. Legitimately skipped. As I was standing there confused out of my mind, one of my coworkers came up to me and told me that his name is Hector, and he's harmless. Apparently, he's lived in or near town for a long time, but nobody knows exactly where he lives. Everyone assumes he's homeless and probably lives under a bridge somewhere. They just leave him alone and let him wander around because he isn't hurting anybody. It was alarming for him to scream in my face, but if everyone in town claimed he was harmless, then I just went along with it. For the next few weeks, I would see Hector everywhere. It didn't matter if I was going to work at the crack of dawn or leaving the bar after 11. I would see him just wandering the streets. He was a short guy, but strong looking. He was built like an ox. He couldn't have been taller than 5'3" at most. He was always wearing the stained white tank top and wore royal blue pants. I couldn't tell if they were jeans or sweatpants. He had a long, dirty gray beard, and his hair was in a ponytail, even though he was bald on the top of his head. And even with this strange appearance, the most notable thing about Hector was the skipping. Every time you'd see him moving, he'd skip. His blissful ignorance was almost envious sometimes. One morning when I was driving to work, I saw Hector standing on the corner facing the opposite direction of my car. As I was approaching the intersection, I saw him waving to someone. When I passed the intersection, I could see now that he wasn't waving to anyone. He started talking to someone and looked very animated, even though nobody was there. I just continued driving and minding my business. Honestly, it's not that weird for someone in Hector's position to talk to themselves, especially if they're not a danger to themselves or others. I couldn't care less what he was doing. That next weekend, I hit the woods on my day off. I spent a few hours hiking a part of the forest I hadn't been to yet. While I was deep in the forest, I thought I could hear the sound of a voice echoing through the trees. Hearing any kind of voice this deep in the woods is alarming. Remember, this isn't like a trail you'd find at a park or something. This is just pure wilderness, so any voice would cause you to feel a little unnerved. I know it's sketchy, but I wanted to know the source of the voice.